properties of the circle. Then after that we'll derive the equation. So first we'll understand how this circle generation algorithm will be derived. So first thing is, you would have studied this in 12th mathematics, like um, in the coordinate systems. You would have studied, like you would have studied about some equations for circle, equations for ellipse, equations for parabola. So the same thing. So in if you're taking xc comma yc as the center of the circle. If you're taking a circle, there is a circle with its origin at xc comma yc, and if you're taking radius as r, then from a point x comma y on the circle, the equation is given by x minus xc the whole square plus y minus yc the whole square is equal to r square. The first equation which is displayed on the slide, where xc and yc are the origin, r is the radius, and x comma y, it's a point on the circle. So this is the Cartesian coordinate system of finding the distance. So for that, the equation of the circle is given by, that the equation of the circle is x square plus y square is equal to r square. The same thing. What is x? The difference between the point on the circle and the origin, and the difference between point on the, and the y is the difference. Y square is difference between the point on the circle and the origin. So your xc and yc are the origin. R is the radius of the circle. So for these kind of things, the distance is given by the Cartesian coordinate as x minus xc the whole square plus y minus yc the whole square is equal to r square. So this will be our base thing. So this will act as a base thing for calculating thing. So the same equation, you can use the same equation. So you can use the same equation. Um, I told you that. So now the equation of the circle is given by the equation of the circle is given by the equation of the circle is given by x minus xc the whole square and y minus yc the whole square. Now using this equation, you can do some modification. So here also x will move along the unit interval. Here also the x will, like here also the x-axis will move in unit interval. X also will move in unit interval. So it will start from, so the x will start from uh, xc minus r to xc plus r, that is from origin. So it will move along this direction. It will start in unit steps. That is, like if it has 10 months, it will start with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The value of x will be incremented in terms of y, in terms of 1. And for this, y value will be calculated. Here also, x will move in unit interval, and for this corresponding y value will be calculated. So how do you calculate y value? So you can see this equation. So if I shift this to the right hand side, what will be my equation? I'm shifting the x term. So y minus yc the whole square is equal to r square plus x minus xc the whole square. So after this, how do you get the value of y? So first thing is square root. Square is there. I'll shift the square to right hand side. So this will become y minus yc is equal to square root of r square plus x minus xc the whole square. Now I want the value of y. So I will shift this origin to right hand side. So y is equal to yc. Then um, then it can be like the square root. No, the square root can result in two values. Y is equal to yc plus or minus square root of this value. What is this value? R square plus x minus xc the whole square. So this is the equation to calculate y. Y is equal to yc plus or minus r square plus x minus xc the whole square. So this is one thing, but the major disadvantage with this, see the function is given by y is equal to f of x. So the major disadvantage with this approach is it will lead a lot of computation and the pixel will not be uniform. So the problem with this approach is it leads now a lot of computation and the spacing of the pixel will not be uniform. And also um, and also in order to eliminate, so this you can avoid the computation by changing the axis, like by changing x and y axis, but then also the lot of processing will be there. You can also try to eliminate this by changing x and y axis, then also the computation will be more and the processing will be more. And if you want to eliminate the spacing means you can go with polar representation. So polar representation will be like x is equal to xc plus r cos theta, y is equal to yc plus uh, r sin theta. So this is a polar representation to calculate x and y for a circle equation. So for using this, the spacing can also be avoided. But we will be following the midpoint algorithm approach. We'll be following the midpoint algorithm approach. So how this midpoint algorithm approach will work means it will generate all the points on the circle by incrementing the values around the circle. So the midpoint circle algorithm will generate all the points on the circle at the origin by incrementing the values all the way around the circle. So here the same strategy. So here there will be one circle. Here also there will be one. Here also there will be one. I'll just take an example of this only. So here also there will be one circle will be there. So one point will be there. One point will be there. 1 second. The idea remains same as with the line. So there it was line and here it will be curve. See here, one pixel will be there. One pixel will be there. So you will take the midpoint. You will take the midpoint and you will decide whether the pixel is closer to this point, whether it is closer to the line. So there will be one point. There will be one point called midpoint function, and the pixel might come either outside the circle or inside the circle. You'll determine which one is closest. So what you will do means you'll take the midpoint. You will take the midpoint you'll take the midpoint for these two pixels. So the pixel can come either outside the circle or inside the circle. You'll take the midpoint um, between these two pixels and you'll select the one which is closer. So there also two pixels were there. X coordinate was x plus 1 was fixed. We have to decide between yk and yk plus 1. Here also midpoint you will calculate and there will be two pixels, one outside the circle and inside the circle. So you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision whether you will be selecting the one which is closest to this midpoint. So you can see some points are inside the circle and some points are outside the circle. So how do you calculate midpoint? So to calculate the midpoint, we have this function. Which we have studied now, x square plus y square minus r square. So this is a formula um, which can be used. So this can be used to apply this midpoint method. So this midpoint method can be applied by considering this circle function x square plus r square minus x square plus y square minus r square. So here the value of f of xy will decide. So a position of a point. So the position of a point is determined by this value. So if f of x comma y is less than 0 means the point is inside the circle. The point is inside the boundary of the circle. The point is inside. So less than 0 means inside the boundary. Greater than 0 means outside the boundary and equal to 0. Equal to 0 means on the circle boundary. So equal to 0 means on the circle boundary. So three cases are there. So first thing is, I told you that in midpoint circle algorithm, um, 2 pixels will be there. So your main aim is to calculate the midpoint and to check which pixel is closest to this and choose the one which is closer. And for this thing, you'll define the function, the circle function, which is x square plus y square minus r square. So you'll calculate this. So if f of xy is less than 0, it tells that the point x comma y is inside the circle boundary. If it is greater than 0 means it will tell the point x comma y is um, greater than 0, no, outside the circle boundary, and equal to 0 means on the circle boundary. So three scenarios will come by calculating f of um, x comma y. So that is what, so circle generation with midpoint. So you'll calculate the formula. F of x comma y is equal to x square plus y square minus r square. X comma y means on the circle, means its value is 0 means on the circle, greater than 0 means outside the circle, less than 0 means inside the circle. So after this, one more thing is there. So in order to calculate the points on the circle, you need not calculate each and every quadrant. So here also the circle, you can see the circle, you can see the circle. So um, here also you need not calculate all the quadrants. So if you calculate the first quadrant, the two within the 45-degree segment, the other things can be calculated. So you need not calculate all the points on the circle. For example, so you know that this is first quadrant, this is first quadrant, second quadrant, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. So the circle can be divided into 4 quadrants. So if you can calculate the points from this point to this point, you can calculate the points from this point to this point. So if you just interchange the x and y value, you can generate this. So x comma y. So this is symmetrical. This is symmetrical. So you might have generated x comma y at this point, x comma y. Then y comma x means the circle at this point. Again, x comma y at this point. Again, y comma x means this point. Here also the same thing they are telling. So if you can calculate x comma y at this position, the symmetrical position of y comma x can be found here. So if you can calculate y comma x, if you can calculate y comma x in the second quadrant also, you can find, the position corresponding to this will be the change of sign minus y comma x. So if you found out that, then in the third quadrant also you can find this just by changing the value to minus x. So you can find this also. So like this. And once you found out this, you can also find this value. So what I want to tell means, if you find the points in one quadrant, if you find the points on a circle in one quadrant, the same thing can be extended to complete the circle. So in our example, from this point I can get this point, from this point by changing the sign I'll get this point of, and then from this point changing the sign I'll get this point. See, I'll just give an example of one point so that you can understand the other things. So from this point you can generate this point also just by changing the sign. So x comma y, this side means minus x comma y. Again, um, x comma y, by changing the sign, x comma minus y. So again from here, minus x minus y is the change the sign, you will get this point, and x comma y change to y comma x. So using one point, see, you can generate at least 1, 2, 3. So you are able to generate the points. So that is what I want to tell. So like this, if you can generate all the points within this 45-degree curve, so you can use these points to generate the remaining points on the circle. So that is what, if you calculate the x comma y points in one octant, in other 7 octants also you can calculate by using this. So this is what I just want to tell. Since the circle is symmetric, so you need to find the points within one octant. So if you are finding that within one octant using those values, you can you can find the similar points or corresponding points in other octants. Is this point clear, or till now any doubts? Till now any doubts? Till now any doubts? So what we studied till now? One thing is the circle function, the function less than 0, what where the point will be greater than 0, where the point will be and equal to 0, where the point will be. What is the circle equation in Cartesian coordinate system? X square plus y square is equal to r square. So the difference will give us the difference will give us the distance. And since it is computation intensive, we are going with this method. So any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? 2 to 3 points we have studied regarding the circle generation algorithm. Any doubts so far? Yes or no? See, one thing is equation of the circle. The second one is the function related to the circle. After this we'll talk about, after this I told you how we are generating the points. So calculate the points in one octant, repeat it for the rest 7 octants. Now the same thing. So you have studied this in the same concept which we have seen in um, the Bresnan line generation algorithm. So there is a curve. So now what we will do means, um, so here you can check, um, if the function is greater than 0, if the function is greater than 0, here the function is greater than 0, no. So function, see, you can check that f of m means you are calculating the midpoint and you are getting the midpoint as greater than or equal to 0. If it is greater than or equal to 0 means you will select SC. So SC is inside the circle. So um, now it tells that you'll calculate the midpoint and you're getting that value as greater than 0. If greater than 0 means it is closest to SC. So you have to select the pixel SC. The other way around will be like, if it is less than 0. If it is less than 0 means um, the midpoint, the point M is closest to E and you have to select E. So that is what the computation. So there also you were calculating the value of pk, and less than 0 means you are selecting uh, k plus 1, and it is greater than 0 means like that you are doing one calculation, no, the same terminology. So see, the same thing is getting repeated, but here you are talking about the curve. So less than 0 means you are selecting yk, and greater than 0 means you are selecting y of k plus 1. So here you are not selecting, here you are talking about in terms of points called E and SC. So less than, like here, greater than 0 you are selecting SC. So for SC also you need to do some calculations or derivations, which I will tell. So as of now you just understand so how the values are being getting selected. So what this it is telling means it is calculating it is calculating the values of the, it is calculating the function value, and from the function value it will decide which point to be selected. So uh, so let's look into this curve also. So see, all these things will derive. First thing you just understand now. So now what this it is telling. So um, greater than 0. So first thing is greater than 0. So if we'll check what is the function f of m greater than 0. So where is that line? So greater than 0 means it is outside the circle. F of x comma y greater than 0 means the second point, it is outside the circle. So if the midpoint, here the midpoint, one second, I'll just snipe this. Okay. So now greater than 0, outside the circle, outside the circle. Now the midpoint, so this is the midpoint. Now the midpoint is between the pixel E and the pixel SC. So greater than 0 means M. See, f of m means I'm calculating the midpoint. So midpoint, if I get greater than 0 means it will tell that this midpoint m is outside the circle. You can check, circle is here, midpoint is outside the circle. This is on the circle, this is on the circle, the point on the circle, or this is a circle. But when I calculate m, it is outside the circle. So now if m is greater than 0 means it will tell us that it is outside the circle, and this m is between two points. One is called pixel E and the other one is called pixel SC. So since midpoint m is outside the circle, this um midpoint is closest to SC. This midpoint is closest to SC. You can check that the difference between E and the point on the circle and the distance between SC and the point of the circle. So now if the midpoint between the pixel, if the midpoint between the pixel E and pixel SC is outside the circle, then SC will be closer to the circle. Then SC will be closer to the circle. So this is closer to the circle. So so here also one function will come. Here also in that scenario, there is one decision variable. Then one decision variable is there, which is pk, which is written as function of circle, where the value of x will be x of k plus 1, value of y will be yk minus half. So this is the equation. So this is the equation. This is the equation. This is the decision parameter. This is the decision parameter. We'll derive this, but as of now, you just understand. Um, as of now, you just understand one point. When I get the function as greater than 0, that indicates that the midpoint is outside the circle, and the pixel SC is closer to the circle. That is the one simple understanding. And the next scenario, less than 0. If it is less than 0 means the midpoint is inside the circle. The midpoint is inside the circle, and the pixel E is closest. The pixel E is closest. The pixel E is closest to the circle. So so when, if you are choosing SC, if you are choosing SC, if you are choosing if I am choosing SC means, the function will be xk plus 1, xk plus 1. If I'm choosing SC means xk plus 1, and y will be, see, if I'm choosing SC means first we should know the decision factor. So if I'm choosing SC means x will be incremented by 1 and y will be decremented by 1. So remember that if I'm choosing SC means f will be incremented by 1, and if I'm choosing SC means f in the function f, x will be incremented by 1 and y will be decremented by minus 1. The um, if I'm choosing E means um, x will be incremented by 1. That's all. So um, so that is how it will work. And for this, the first thing is, if you want to find this function means, first you should find the decision parameter. So once the decision parameter is derived, then you can calculate the value of function when it is SC is chosen, and the value of the function when E is chosen. So so as of now, you just know, when SC is chosen, the value of x will be incremented by 1 and y will be decremented by minus 1. In other case, the value of y, see here, the x will be incremented when E is chosen, the value of x will be incremented by 1 and y will remain as it is. Like it will be co- the same one only. So that we will derive. So these are some of the points related to this circle generation algorithm. So after this we can start with the derivation. Um, so this is all the things which are discussed. So midpoint formula, how do you derive pk, and how do you derive p of k plus 1. um, See, that is what go a Siemens, the same thing, less than 0, greater than 0, like that. After that, after that, how do you choose? How do you choose yk, and how do you choose y of k plus 1? I told you no. When it is E means the y will remain as it is. But when it is SC means x value plus 1, y value minus 1. But when it is E means x value plus 1, y value same as the previous one. So these parameters you just take. Now we'll derive the equation. Now we'll derive the equation. I'll just open the Microsoft thing. So some idea. I think you should have got some idea so that the derivation will become easier. The derivation, you should understand the derivation. So first thing is, you should know three things. Function f of x comma y less than 0. Sorry, less than 0 means inside the circle, greater than 0 outside the circle. So after this, equal to 0 means on the circle. So that is known. After this, um, first thing is decision parameter. The first thing is decision parameter. Um, which we can call it as a midpoint function. So here the decision parameter is a midpoint function, so which we will call it as decision parameter pk is equal to the function of x will be k plus 1, uh, y will be, so y will be k minus half. So that means for this decision parameter, it is given by the function x will be incremented by 1 and y will be decremented by half. So that is xk plus 1, yk minus 2. So function f of x comma y means x square plus y square minus r square. So the same thing, x, y, radius. So x is xk plus 1 the whole square plus yk minus half the whole square minus r square. This is pk. So pk is equal to xk plus 1 the whole square plus yk minus half the whole square. So now scenarios, pk greater than or equal to 0. So greater than or equal to 0, I chose SC. What will happen in SC? X plus 1, y minus 1. X will be incremented by 1, y will be decremented by minus 1. So now, now, mm, I'll call this as pk plus 1. So p of k plus 1 means, for this I'm just adding 1. So now it will become x k plus 1 plus 1. So this xk will be replaced with x of k plus 1, then the whole square plus yk will become mm, y will become y of k minus 1 minus 1 by 2. So y minus 1 by 2, sir, means, so if you are choosing x will be incremented 1. So for this x, I am just adding 1. And for this, it will be decremented by 1. So I am subtracting minus 1. So it is in simple terms, x plus 1 means it will become x plus 2. Here I am using xk. So it will become xk plus 2 the whole square plus what is minus 1, minus of minus 1 means minus 1 2 will be the LCM. 2 into minus 1 will be minus 2 by 2. So you'll get minus 3 by 2 as the value. So if you are subtracting minus 1 from half, it will be minus 3 by um, 2 like that. So minus 1 by 2, it will be minus 3 by 2. So yk minus 3 by 2 the whole square minus r square. So this is how you have arrived at the equation. So this is how you have arrived at the equation. Um, what is this? Xk plus 2, xk plus 2 somewhere. Okay, xk plus 2 plus um, yk minus 3 by 2 the whole square. So now I'll call this as equation 1. I'll call this as equation 2. Equation 1 and equation 2. I'll copy this. P of k plus 1 is equal to xk plus 2 the whole square plus yk minus 3 by 2 the whole square minus r square, equation 2. So now I'll just subtract this. I will subtract this equation. So if I subtract this, what I will get? If I subtract this, what I will get? Equation 1 minus equation 2 minus 1, greater minus lesser 1, pk plus 1 minus pk. So how I'm got equation 2 minus equation 1, pk plus 1 minus pk minus 1. So here r and r will get cancelled. R and r will get cancelled. But for your understanding, I'll just explain this. Escape. So I'll expand this directly. Xk is there now. A plus b the whole square. Xk square plus 1 plus 2 times xk. This term is expanded plus yk square plus 1 by 2 the whole square will be 1 by 4 minus 2 times minus half into 2 minus yk. So you can do the calculation minus r square minus within the bracket now expand sorry, this should be written second because it is yk plus 2. So a plus b the whole square, a square plus 4, 2 square is 4 plus 2 into xk plus yk square minus 3 because 2ab minus 3 by 2 into 2 into yk. So this and this will get cancelled, minus 3 times yk plus 3 by 3 square. No, 3 square is 9 by 4. So expansion of this is given by 3 terms. Expansion of this is given by next 3 terms minus r square minus of this one. So a square is x square plus b square is 1 plus 2 times ab, then one term, second term is a square plus b square is 1 by 4 minus 2ab means half into 2 will be 1 yk minus r square. So again computation. So xk square plus 4 plus 2 times xk plus y square k. You can simultaneously do this plus 9 by 4 minus r square minus of x square k minus 1 minus 2 times xk minus y square k. I'm just multiplying with the minus sign, minus 1 by 4 plus yk plus r square. So this and this will get cancelled. So this and this will get cancelled. I'll just erase this. Plus r square minus r square got cancelled. Now x square also getting cancelled. So cancel 2xk minus 2xk. So cancel. Then y square k. So cancel. So then yk. Then what is left out? 1 second, I'll just check. So now um, 4 is there. Okay, from here 4 is there. From here 9 by 4 is there. yk is there, yk minus 3yk will be minus 2yk. So minus 2yk is there, minus 2yk is there. So after this, what else? Minus 2yk is there, minus 2yk. Then minus 2yk is there. 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4. So 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4. 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4 plus 4 minus 1. 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4 will be 8 by 4. 8 by 4 will be 2. 2 plus 4 will be 6. 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 will be 5. So this term will evaluate to minus 2yk plus 5. 9 by 4 minus 1 by 4 will be 8 by 4. So 4 on the 4 2 za. So this will become 2 plus 4 will be 6. 6 minus 1 will be 5. So minus 2yk plus 5. But you can check here, a square plus b square plus 2ab. I'm just written ab, so it should be 4yk here. So you can check this, a square plus b square plus 2ab, a square plus b square plus 2 2s are 4. It should be 4xk. So if it is 4xk means 4xk, here it was 2xk. So I had left out 2. So 4xk minus 2xk, it will be 2xk. So this will be the equation. So this will be the equation of pk minus 1, sorry, pk plus 1 minus pk. So this calculations, you just do it simultaneously. So if anything, if anywhere, if you're stuck, that will be calculated. So this is the difference. So this is the difference. This is the difference when you're chosen SC. This is the difference when you're chosen SC. So the difference when you're chosen SC is 2 times xk minus 2 times yk plus 5. See, I've already practiced this once or twice in notes also. So that's why if the final equation and all I know, so I can go back and check if anywhere if I made a derivation. See, working on the paper and working on this screen will be different. So somewhere when expanding, the mistakes do happen. So this is the difference. So here, so this was calculated by taking pk as greater than 0. By taking pk as greater than 0, we had calculated this value. So now we have found out the value. Now we have found out the value mm, of this difference when the point SC is taken. When the point SC is taken, what is the value which you are getting? What is the value which you are getting? I'll just erase this. So yes, when S is greater than, like, your chosen SC and PK is greater than 0. So now the another scenario. Now the another scenario. What will happen when PK is less than 0? PK less than 0, you will select E. So in that case also X will be incremented by 1. So again the difference will be like, what is the difference? P of k plus 1. So P of k plus 1 minus P of k. So P of k plus 1 minus P of k. So here the x value will remain as it is. So when it is less than 0 means, P of k plus 1 will become, x value will be incremented by 1. So it will be same only, xk plus 2 the whole square plus, but y will remain as it is. So earlier y was minus half only. No, here also y will be minus half only, because only x value is changing and y value is remaining constant. So yk minus half the whole square. So this will be the revised term. This will be the revised term when pk is less than 0, because only when pk is less than 0, only x will change with respect to plus 1 and y will remain as it is. It will remain same. So now pk is this pk plus 1 is the revised value. So now for this again I have to do the calculation. So again if you do the calculation, expand the term, xk no xk square a square plus 4 xk plus 2 square is 4 plus yk square plus 1 by 2, no, here also plus 1 I think, 1 by a 1 by 4 minus yk minus r square. So this second expansion I'll write it here, xk square plus 2xk 2xk plus 1 plus yk square plus 1 by 4 minus yk minus r square. So it's subtraction. Subtraction means change of sign. The same terms will get cancelled. So now, now what will happen? Now what will happen? Xk got cancelled. Um, RR got cancelled. Same terms you cancel. So you are left out with these two. 4 minus 2 will be 2 times xk, and 4 minus 1 will be 3. So when you're taking E, where the point pk is greater than 0, what will be the difference you are getting? 2 times xk plus 3. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far? Yes or no? So the same thing. See, one thing is you have to calculate pk and pk plus 1, but you should know how the value of x and y will change. When SC is chosen, x increase by 1, y keep as it is. Y keep as it is. Sorry, y decrement by 1. But when E is chosen, increase the value of x by 1, but keep y as it is. So in that way, you are getting these two formulas. These two formulas, SC, and when SC is chosen, what is the pk formula, and when what do we call, when E is chosen, what is the formula? So what is the initial formula? So initial formula, what is the initial parameter? So initial parameter will be like, initial parameter I told you that f of k plus 1 comma yk minus 1. So this is the minus half. So this is the initial this is the midpoint formula. So for us pk, so this is given by pk. So if I put k is equal to 0, I'll get the initial decision criteria. So P0 is equal to f of, um, so x, if I put it as 0, it will be like x1 comma, again y1 minus half I'll get, like, sorry, this is a x naught plus 1. It is like this. So this is how the formula I'll get, x naught plus 1 comma y naught minus 1 by 2. So this is the formula I'll get. So initial position will be, for example, we'll take, in our scenario, we'll take the starting position x naught. Since it is a circle, the x naught will be 0 and y naught will be the radius function. Y naught will be the radius function. Y naught will be the radius function. So this is the criteria. So the initial parameter for us, the starting position will be 0 comma r. So I'll substitute here. So P naught is equal to f into x naught is 0, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1 comma, y naught is r minus half, r minus half. So it will be a function of 1 comma r minus half. So this is the initial function. This is the initial parameter function. So again the formula f of x comma y means, here I've written x square plus y square minus r square. The same thing. X is 1, so x square is 1 square plus r, y is r minus 1 by 2 the whole square minus r square. So now we have to simplify this. If I expand this, a square, 1 square is 1 plus, this is r minus 1 by 2. So r square plus 1 by 4 means that is 1 by 2 the whole square minus 2 into 1 by 2, 2ab r, simply I'm expanding, minus r square. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So it will be minus r. So it will be 1 plus 1 by 4, 1 plus 1 by 4, r got cancelled, minus r. So 4 1s are 4, 4 plus 1 5. It will be 5 by 4 minus r. So this is the initial parameter formula. 5 by 4 minus 5 by 4 minus the radius. But one scenario is there. So if you are taking 5 by 4 will be evaluated to 1.25. Since if you take it as an integer value, you have to ignore this. So this formula will be like P naught is equal to 1 minus r. P naught will be equal to 1 minus r. So this is the round of function. So this is the round of function. So any doubt with respect to the derivations or with respect to the equations which I've derived now? Any doubts? Yes or no?
Oh,
So we have calculated the decision initial parameter. We have calculated the distance. What do we call when SC is chosen? When E is chosen. So um, once this is done, um, the same thing you can modify this. You can modify the same thing also. So after this, I will just now we'll just check into the algorithm. So how this algorithm will work? How this algorithm? So this is regarding the what do we call the derivations. So algorithm and one sum we can do it in the next class. So fourth hour, anyhow I have no. So I'll just do the algorithm as well as I'll just tell the algorithm and we can solve one problem related to that. So you just look into this. You just look into this if possible. So this SC can also be written as so see this is nothing but mm, so that is a difference. Sorry. So that is a difference now. P of k plus 1 minus pk is equal to 2 times xk minus 2 times yk plus 5. So it can be like pk plus 1 is equal to pk plus 2 times x. I'm just shifting. So this I'll just tell why I'm using this line in the next class. So in the next class we can explain. I will explain this steps and we will solve one problem. So I think I will stop the class now. In the next class we will check into any doubts regarding this. Any doubts? Yes or no? Any doubts? Whether it is understood this how the derivations and how to choose the points. So when you choose the points, how the y value will change. So we'll do the algorithm steps and one problem in the next class. I'll stop the class now.